Okay mga Lods, isang Kiko Barsaga content na naman tayo for today's video. Now, seryoso tong topic na to and we will split this into two parts. Number one is yung Mindanao secession. Kasi I do believe na ang play ng mga DDS ngayon, yung mga dating talking points ni Rodrigo Duterte, nire-repackage nila kay Kiko Barsaga. May dalawang parts yun eh. Yung unang part is yung Mindanao secession. So, bago tayo dumako dito sa storya na to, ano po ba yung secession na tinatawag? Teka, dito tayo para magkakwentuhan tayo. So, secession means yung isang part ng isang bansa is hihiwalay at magiging sarili niyang bansa. So, isipin nyo sa konteksto ng Pilipinas, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. So, ang gustong mangyari ng mga hindi gusto dito sa gobyerno ni Marcos is humiwalay ang Mindanao at maging independente sila. That is against the Constitution, number one. Kasi nga, hindi mo pwedeng split ang bansa kung gusto mo lang, okay? Meron tayong mga batas na sinusunod, di ba? So, bumalik muna tayo dito kay Kiko Barsaga and then let's konting-konting context lang para makita nyo yung bigger narrative nito. Let's go.
Fellow citizens, it's now time for us to heed Mindanao's calls for secession. As the second largest island in our country with
calls for secession.
A population of almost 28 million people, the interests of the people of Mindanao is not one we can ignore or consider as less important than those of the people of Luzon. In the past 3 years, the Marcos administration has been criticized for its bias policy.
No, that's not true at all. As in, hindi yan totoo. Tignan nyo yung, ganito na lang, sa Congress, tignan nyo yung, nung 19 Congress, isa sa mga pinakamalalaking supporter ng House Speaker dati ay Mindanao, mga taga Mindanao. So, ibig sabihin, whatever Romualdez was doing, he was doing it for the sake of the Marcos administration. Kung kasi kumakampi sa kanya yung mga taga Mindanao eh, 'di ba? Ang daming congressman doon. Eh di sana may Mindanao block sa Congress kung totoo talaga na bias towards Luzon yung administration ngayon. So doon pa lang GG na, 'di ba? Tapos na dapat yung conversation. Pero I will just show you guys kung ano yung ano nito, kung ano yung bigger context nito. Ito yan. Let's listen in. This was last year or at least January 31, 2024. So almost 2 years na to. Okay, kasi malapit na 2026 Pakinggan natin.
President Rodrigo Roa Duterte expressed his concern that despite several presidents led the country, there has been no significant improvement. The former president believes that even when new president is elected, the scenario will be just a vicious cycle, risking the future of the next generation.
So, kita mo yung talking points nila halos parehas lang. Kahit sinong umupo, hindi nai-ignore yung Mindanao. So, kailangan daw, sabi dito, ex-President Duterte suggests a breakaway of Mindanao, a secession na tinatawag. See? It's the same talking points mga Lods eh. Bakit? Kasi of course, maraming tao sa Mindanao and that's what they need right now. Yung taong susuporta sa cause nila. Kaso, yung mga taga Mindanao, mukhang mag-aantay din sila ng 2028 kung sakaling gusto nilang palitan si Marcos. Diba? And wala ding support kasi from the military and police ng Mindanao. Diba? That is why yung part 2 nito, we will tackle that. Pero ito muna yung first narrative nila is to separate Mindanao from Luzon. It's not gonna happen. Wala naman.
He raised the idea to separate the archipelago of Mindanao from Luzon and Visayas.
Mag-independent tayo. Kung kailan ako gusto ko na. Nagsawa na ako sa ilang presidente na kasi. Walang nangyari sa Pilipinas.
See? That is the exact talking points ngayon ni Kiko Barsaga. Ang iba kasi noon, si Duterte kasi, ang kanyang audience is the older generation, di ba? Or older millennials, older Gen X, kahit yung matatandang Gen Z, ibigay na rin nila sa atin. Hindi kasi, yung mga yan kasi, may mga ginagawa yan sa buhay. Hindi sila para mag-aklas to get this, na humiwalay sa Pilipinas. Kasi that is going to be a very daunting task. Napakabigat niyang galawan na yan. Gets nyo? That's the point na pinapakita ko sa inyo. Now, given all that context na ngayon na alam nyo na, balikan naman natin yung sinasabi nitong si Kiko Barsaga. See? Sabi ko sa inyo yung mga propaganda talking points ng Duterte, siya lang yung nagsasabi. Unfortunately, let's go.
And its favoritism towards the NCR. And with the recent flood control anomalies being traced back to the residences of corrupt politicians in the NCR, the calls for Mindanao secession has gradually increased.
Meron ba? Wala naman, di ba? Kasi kung meron, dapat dating-dati pa. Remember this? Remember this? Wala di ba yung secession sa Mindanao? That's Rodrigo Duterte Siya na yung nagtatawag niyan. Pero meron ba? Meron kayong narinig sa internet? Wala, di ba? Ibig sabihin, this is nothing more than propaganda talking points ni Kiko Barsaga na nirepackage from the previous mouthpiece na si Duterte. Gets? Iniba lang nang nagsasalita pero it's the same idea. Now, this is a very dangerous precedence, mga lods. Bakit? Kasi gusto nilang guluhin yung bansa natin. Tayo, iba-iba tayo. Magbardagulan na lang tayo dito sa comment section. Bukas naman yung comment section. Ang pwede na yun. Tapos sa 2028, doon tayo magpilian ng kung sino yung mananalo. Hintay lang. Yun lang yung hinihingi ko sa inyo. Gusto nyo akong murahin, gusto nyo akong tawagin, go. Pero wag naman ganito. Kasi kaguluhan yan, kaguluhang malaki yan. They are trying to shake the foundation of this country. For what? For what exactly? For a taste of power right away? Angantay na lang kayo, malapit na Actually, less than 3 years na lang, di ba? Kasi ang susunod na election would be on May 2028. So, 2 years na lang talaga kasi magto-2026 na Malapit na yun. Oh my gulay. Diyos mio. Tuloy na natin to.
Mindanao is capable of being entirely self-sufficient.
How do you know this? Are you an economist? Of course not. Kasi, if that would happen, there would be a resistance from yung mga nandyan and people will die, 'di ba? Kasi yung mga gusto maglalaban yan doon sa mga sa may ayaw, which is the whole country. Kasi mahal ko kayong mga taga Mindanao, mga Maranao, marami nung nasa Saudi ako, marami kong tropang Maranao doon. Diyos ko. Para awayin ko sila because of political beliefs, hindi na. Magbardagulan na lang tayo sa comment section. Pwede naman. Pwede naman, Kiko Barsaga. Sana ma-realize mo yung mga pinagsasasabi mo and yung impact niyan sa tao. You are putting people at risk, boy. Hindi lang yan basta-basta. It's a full-on war na gusto mo. Why? Why? Hindi ba pwedeng, magantay na lang tayo ng 2028? Kasi nga talking points yan ng propaganda ng Duterte. Okay? Yun na gusto nilang guluhin yung lamesa. Gusto nilang guluhin yung order. It's not gonna happen. Tuloy.
With their abundant natural resources and competent labor force, they can successfully thrive as an independent nation.
Diba yan din yung mga talking points ni Duterte?
Which makes the fact that the corrupt national government excessively taxing them for the benefit of Luzon's politicians.
Hindi rin. Again, that's not true. Hindi yan totoo. Eto ilalagay ko sa konteksto nung mga kung yung systematikong problema ng corruption kasama yung mga Mindanao politicians diyan. Ayoko na lang magpangalan muna kasi malalayo tayo sa topic ngayon Pero kung hindi makakakuha ng suporta yung House Speaker noon at saka ngayon, kung totoo yung sinasabi mo, ibig sabihin hindi talaga. Whatever the government is doing right now, they're getting support from the politician in Mindanao. So it's not the politicians and it's not the Mindanao people who has the problem. The problem again is the rampant corruption. Hindi reason kung bakit kailangan humiwalay ng Mindanao. Ang gusto nilang mangyari kasi they want an instant army. They want an instant base sa Mindanao. 'Di ba? Hindi pwede 'yon. No, the answer is no. Tuloy.
It's very upsetting. I can sympathize with their anger.
Sino ba yung galit na taga Mindanao?
As a representative from Cavite, it disgusts me that the government funds for developing provinces like ours are being funneled by Congress into the pockets of corrupt politicians that reside in exclusive subdivisions in the...
Di ba? He's trying to separate Luzon and Mindanao by creating an imaginary feud. It's not gonna happen, bro. What are you doing? Ay, nako. Alam nyo, ang disappointing part dito, narinig ko na kasi yan dito sa matandang to. Iba lang yung repackage lang. The propaganda is being repackaged, mga lods. Ano lang, please be mindful sa mga ganitong nangyayari, okay? Kasi it's disgusting and it's dangerous, okay? And yung mga Gen Z kasi na uma-idol dito, baka paniwalaan nyo. Kung gusto nyong paniwalaan, just be aware na ginawa na rin yan dati nung matandang Duterte. Okay, hindi ko kayo kalaban, walang magkakalaban dito, lahat tayo Pilipino, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, Bisaya, Tagalog, taga Mindanao. We are all Filipinos, okay? And a war between the Marcoses and the Dutertes na se-separate nila yung country. Please, don't do that. Please, parang awa nyo na. 'Di ba? Mag-away-away na lang tayo sa comment section. At least diyan, okay lang 'yan. 'Di ba? Tawagin niyo na lahat ng gusto niyo tawagin, pero not this. This is going to this is equate to bloodshed, which is not correct.
National Capital Region, like Forbes Park and Dasmariñas Village. The money
'di ba? Kita mo yung mga nilagay
that
niya.
could have saved millions of Filipinos
Diba? Yung mga hated na
being
politicians.
used instead on overpriced houses, watches, cars, and planes. The desire for secession of
Di yung corrupt politician yung girahin mo. Mag-sumisession ka dun sa mga corrupt na politiko. Ba't dinadamay mo yung Mindanao? Nananahimik yung mga tao dyan.
Mindanao in response to the extreme corruption of the wealthy elites of the NCR who look down upon
Oh my God, si Aydarian. Oh no, talagang tinitrigger niya yung mga tao. Si Aydarian, shoutouts kay Aydarian.
them as lesser beings is a very valid sentiment, and one that I wish to bring to our government.
Ayan, ano to? Huwag sana kayong magalit sa aking pagpuna, okay?
I shall ask both Congress and President Marcos to start considering and discussing a possible change
How can you do that? That's unconstitutional, yung pag-separate ng isang part ng Pilipinas. It's against the principle na, this is why if you're a lawmaker, please study the law. Hindi nga ako abogado, pero alam ko na bawal yan. Alam ko na seditious yung mga ganyang calls na yan. Di ba nga, ang sabi ng ibang political expert, dapat daw kasuhan ng sedition si Duterte for even inciting that, di ba? Pero ewan ko, yung trip nyo, after nito, part 2 na tayo, yung sa AFP naman. Yun lang po yung sa akin for today, gege mga lad.